After 6 weeks of Zoom Bible study meetings on the covenant and creation, I come today with something that's come from that, really. It's from the basis of the words that God said, "Let us make man in our own image, in our own likeness." So God created man. In his own image, he created male and female. Well, that's the start of it. And because we were talking about the fact that because we're created in his own image, that we too have those creation abilities to do things and want to help others, perhaps, but it's also for the good of our society and for people. We have studied and saw that the Tower of Babel was built, but it's because man wanted to get to heaven and he wanted to be in charge, perhaps. And so my creation ability is not for that reason. Creation is a wonderful thing. It's something that I can take on board quite easy because as an engineer in the past, I'm retired now, of course, that was part of my job, designing and making things and creating things. I once heard a story by quite a good scientist, and he said this, and you might have heard this story. He was talking about Kepler, the scientist, the great scientist. And Kepler wanted his friend to become a Christian, to know the Lord for all he'd done. And he thought of so many different ways to try and convince him. So one day he decided, well, this is what I'm going to do. And so he built a big model of the universe. Massive it was, all working condition. You know, he just touched something and the whole thing, the planets would revolve around. And he covered it up. And then he went to his friend and he said, "Come here," he said. "Come and look at this." And as he walked in to the door, he took the cover off and he saw this amazing model of the universe. And then he set it in motion and all these planets were revolving round and revolving round, sun going round, the moon going round, Earth there, everything. And this man turned round to his friend and said, "Wow, that's amazing. Who built it?" Well, how else could he convince him that God had made the planets, created all things? What a wonderful story I thought that was. And so creation and our creation abilities, well, I thought to myself, we're in a period of darkness, aren't we now, this present time? There's people suffering from loneliness, people suffering from depression, anxieties, lack of confidence in many, many ways. Some people can't get out, and even though lockdown's been eased, now they still can't go out for a walk and that. So I was out on a walk the other day and I thought, I'm going to film this. I was inspired actually by a couple that we've been praying for, a couple that the wife is seriously ill. Well, this guy had been in touch with the pastor at Gila Chapel, and he sent on this video to me, showing me what it was all about, how he was walking through the fields and one thing and another, and talking about creation. And I thought, well, that's great. I could do that, and I could share it with you guys. And so that's the basis of what I'm going to do. So as I walk the walk, there are many things that come to my mind. And what I'd like you to do is just listen to those thoughts. So come walk with me. Oh God, you know, you have done great things. So Let us go on that walk. Amen.
And so as we walk across this field, we see a beautiful blue sky, a lovely countryside. As we come then to this field, and look at these tiny little buttercups. How amazing it is to know that God has created them. Oh, where did that come from? He's created the horses too. And we look around and we see the sunshine. We see the brightness and can feel the breeze on our face. How wonderful it is, all created by God. And then we came to a stile, a gate, and it reminds me of those words from John 10 verse 9. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. Then I came across this sign, Rainbow. Thank you NHS staff, supermarket staff, delivery drivers, Romeo and all. As I walked on, I was thinking about the NHS staff, that notice we just looked at, and how fortunate I've been through my life. Ended up with an accident at the age of 21, had pneumonia, sepsis, prostate cancer, and I've been blessed with having a new knee, which has enabled me to do this walk. But more of a blessing to me is the fact that Jesus is in my life, that he saved me, that I have him as a comforter who I can turn to, pray to, and most of all, there is a confidence that I have everlasting life.